Dear viewers, we have been joined by our final guests for this evening, Rajesh TR, who is an anchor and MC, and Ambika Rajesh, musician and singer. Good evening, welcome to HAALA Kuwait.
Good evening.
Thank you, good to be here.
Thank you for being here. So, in the beginning, can you both tell us about your profession and passion?
Well, actually, let me start off with, I'm actually an engineer, and that's my profession. And when it comes to passion, of course, as you said, I'm an MC. I do events, I host shows with live audience. So, I don't know, for some reason that cheer, the ovation from the audience, when you get it live, it gives us a high, you know.
For sure.
So yeah, so that's my passion. And of course, I think music is my passion as well. That's why I have a singer as my better half.
Right. So what about you, Ambika?
First of all, we are so happy to be here, thanks to KTV. Actually, I have done a Master's in Business Administration, and I've been working in Kisar since a decade. And regarding my passion, I'm a singer, as he said. And music has always been there since my childhood, and it had a great role in my upbringing also, and it's still there with a lot of drive and dedication.
That's amazing. So I can tell, even with all the work you guys have to do and your careers, you're still focusing on music and just your passion in general. So Rajesh, that brings me, how can you combine between this professional world and being an engineer and also your passion?
Well, as I told you, I'm an engineer, and I work for the mega project in Kuwait, which is the Kuwait National Airport, the Terminal 2. And of course, when you have a project like that, which is like having lots of deadlines, targets to be met, and of course, at the end of the day, it's a hectic day. So then there will be something like, you know, your passion, which pops up the hand and says, there's more to do. And at that time, that's the energy which pumps in. And then we start working on, you know, the rest for the week, for the day. That's a passion.
That's really great.
Exactly. So, Rajesh, you mentioned that you are like, when you are on stage or stage show MC, it gives you a lot of enthusiasm when you see the crowd and you see the audience cheering for you, and you see the excitement in their faces. So, tell us more about the events and the atmospheres of the events you already hosted.
Well, actually, I started off in Kuwait with a very special show, which was with a legendary singer from India. She's Miss K.S. Chitra. She has sung about more than 25,000 records. And yeah, she has sung in different languages, Indian languages as well as international languages. So to have been hosting a show with her and her concert in Kuwait was immensely big for me. So that was when I started. Then, of course, I started getting into doing corporate shows, corporate events, and product launches, and community events as well.
Right.
That's great. So, Ambika, let's time travel to 2 years ago, exactly during the COVID-19 and the lockdown. Tell us more about the charity work you were doing during that time of COVID-19.
Actually, it's very sad when we recollect those days, right? We were stuck up inside four walls, all the people, right? But by God's grace, as we have this music and art, everything with us, it was not that difficult for us. But we have seen a lot of people suffering in front of our eyes. And we were part of one charitable organization which was formed during this COVID period. Okay,
It's AIMS, actually. Let me continue. AIMS was, in fact, formed at the time of the pandemic. We know a lot of people had suffered during this time, and you know, there was no money, there was no food reaching them, there was no enough medicines, because there were some day-to-day diseases which people were going through, apart from COVID-19. So during this time, it was, in fact, we started receiving calls, you know, from people who we know, we don't know, who wanted advices from us on how to push on, how to pull on, you know, how to survive. We had calls even from people who were at the brim of suicide. And
because of the lockdown.
Because of the lockdown, because, you know,
because of so much stress they are going
through.
It was stress. I would say, like, it's more than the COVID-19 virus, which was taking our people away. It was the stress that it had on the people.
Right.
So initially, it was difficult for us to, you know, guide them, because we were quite new into this. This was the first time we were into this. So initially it was difficult, but then we tried to manage, we tried to talk to them, we tried to convince them, console them.
That's great.
And of course, it had saved a lot of people. And today when I look back 2 years, 2020, I see that apart from doing shows where it was all locked down, there was something good that, like...
We could give back to the society.
Yeah, we could give back something back to the society. It means a lot.
I think, Mohammed, it was definitely a very hard time during COVID-19, and it's amazing that we had a lot of people like you guys that were able to help others and focus on charity when not much could be done around this time. So, Ambika, back to a lighter topic, we can say, about your music career and singing. Can you tell us more about your profession as a singer, and how did you even get into this field?
Okay, let me start from the scratch. My mother was the person who initially identified that I could sing. And from 6 years onwards, I started taking training for music. Actually, in India, we have different forms of music.
Right.
For me, in specific, I started getting trained in Carnatic music form. And later, I got chances to perform with a lot of bands in India, and reputed bands, Amazing. And after that I got married to Rajesh, and I came to Kuwait, and soon after coming to Kuwait, even I got a lot of stages and opportunities to perform. And one major event I can recollect was in 2017, I bagged the best female singer living in Kuwait award by the people.
That's amazing. Congrats.
Yeah, thank you. And that was not a small thing during that time, because it was a tough competition. And it was by the people, so it's so precious, and it was given to me by the legendary singer from India, P. Jayantran sir.
Nice.
So that was special, and it did reminded me about the responsibilities that I have as a singer. And after that, I got a lot of opportunities to record myself for a lot of albums and cover songs and all. And recently, the latest releases that we had a lot of viral shares was during Eid 2022.
Yes.
And there were two projects, Huda, and the name was Huda, and another regional language which was sung with Mr. Habib. And that earned me a lot of lakhs and lakhs of views and shares.
Definitely.
And a lot of upcoming projects are also coming in, so we are waiting for that.
I think that's really great that you were able to have all this success in such a great time, which only says about the talent that you already have, and of course good luck in everything coming up in your music career. But I want to know what inspires you for your songs, because I do know that inspiration is really important to any artist.
Exactly. Definitely, that's the high. I can say I have three factors. First of all, it's my mother, late Amnikuti Menon, and my teachers. I was really fortunate enough to have a lot of good teachers and to get trained under them.
Yes.
And secondly, the great legendary artists that we have in India. You know, immensely talented, so many big artists and big names are there in India. So when we look up to them, they have uplifted the name of India across the world. So being a singer, that's my dream too, And finally, my bandmates, I'm part of a band, and the band name is Delights Music Band. So they also inspires me a lot, being fellow musicians. And my followers, my audience, of course, when I get onto the stage, the energy that they pass to me is incredible. That's my high, and that's what makes me give back to the stage every time.
And I think there's nothing better than actually waking up and living your dream every single day.
Definitely.
So congrats on that, for sure.
Exactly. So the next question is for both of you.
Okay.
Yeah, and who wants to start first? It's up to you guys. So the events you participate in, performed at, is there any events that is considered related to charity work?
Yeah, I would take that. In fact, apart from the corporate events, the product launch events, there are charity events which happen. And when it comes to our community, we know certain charitable trusts or associations which do pure charity events. So when we associate with them, we make sure that our part of charity is done along with them. That's quite important.
Right.
And most of the programs which happen in Kuwait from the community is all charitable. There would be a charitable cost for it. I mean, be it X, Y, Z, there is a cost. And of course, we try to be part of it. And of course, what I remember, would like to cherish, and I cherish all the time, is there were a couple of programs which I had done in India. One of them would be a program which I had carried out for the disabled,
Especially
especially
able,
child,
yeah.
especially able people. Well, and also one for the old age. Okay. Now, in these two things, which I found was what I learned from them is that food, financial help, materialistic help reached them from all around the world.
Yes.
But they were missing something, which is a listening ear. A listening ear is something which they wanted.
Exactly.
They wanted to show people, tell people that, you know, we are capable of doing something. We are talented. You know, we have our side of a story, which they want people to listen. They want to showcase their talents, you know. So I was able to spend on stage with them, time on stage with them, as well as off stage. So even people, old age people, I mean, I don't know, I'm losing words, you know, because those moments are just right in front of me when I tell you, right? So those kind of events, those kind of interactions always leaves a mark in you.
Definitely, and these moments, Safi Muhammad, leave you speechless usually.
Exactly. Ambika, congratulations for your achievements as a musician and singer. And as you described, it's in your roots to be a singer and musician, a person who's a fan of art also. So tell us, how does your husband Rajesh supporting you in your work? Let's pretend that he's not here.
Yeah, actually, let's say, for a lady after marriage to pursue her dreams, her passion, her profession, everything together, it's very difficult, right?
Of course.
Exactly.
But for me, I'm very fortunate enough to have him. I don't want to say this in front of him, but still.
Yeah, we said he's not here.
He's not here for sure this evening.
Yeah, he's very, very supportive. You know, even if I'm lazy and I'm sitting idle for one day, he will make sure that I practice.
Right.
And, you know, I can recollect one event soon after my pregnancy. On third month, I was on stage.
Wow.
So he made sure that I should not go back like that.
Yes.
And not only Rajesh, I can say his parents, my siblings, and our friend circle. Even my her 4-year-old daughter, Rudra, she's also very supportive. Soon
That's
after
great.
birth, like till now, she's seeing this, like me singing on stage, he
Right.
hosting, like all these things. So
She's definitely used to this by
She's
now.
totally used to it.
So
Yeah.
now when we were heading here, she was saying, okay, do well, okay,
That's
bye.
amazing. So usually it's the mom cheering on the daughter. In
Yeah,
this
it
situation,
is.
it's the complete opposite.
Exactly.
And we know the saying, behind every successful man, there's a woman, right?
Right.
But for me, it's the other way around. Behind
That's
all my
amazing.
success, it's this man sitting next to me.
Well, that's really great. So we really would like to know, thank you so much for enlightening us with the story of your careers and how you encourage the society and how you involve yourself with charity work. But we would like to conclude this amazing interview with you, Ambika, performing a song to us.
Oh yeah, sure. I'll sing a ghazal, like a Hindi song, okay?
Right.
Okay, go on.
काश ऐसा कोई मंजर होता, काश ऐसा कोई मंजर होता, मेरे कांधे पे तेरा सर होता, काश ऐसा कोई मंजर होता. Thank you.
Thank you
That
so
was
much.
amazing. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, both of you, Rajesh and Ambika, and we wish you the best of luck with your careers and your future endeavors.
Thank you very much, and it was great time sharing with you all. And I would like to thank KTV as well for having us here.
It's
Thank
always
you.
a pleasure.
Thank
Thank
you.
you
It was
very much.
definitely our pleasure. Thank you for being here. So, dear viewers, we had with us Rajesh T, our anchor and MC, and Ambika Rajesh, musician and singer. Up next, we have a great segment, which is Did You Know? Stay tuned.